Hello everybody, my name is James, hope you're doing well and welcome back to another video. And today we're going to be talking about an update on the FIA presidential elections, as well as Lewis Hamilton being called out by Carlos Sainz following their collision in Miami. If you enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Formula 1 content. Also make sure to follow me on X at James's Pit Lane, I'll leave a link in the description, but let's jump straight into the video. So let's start with the FIA. Now, the current president for the FIA, as we know, is Mohammed Ben Sulayem, and he took on the role in late 2021. But I think it's fair to say that his term in office hasn't been the smoothest. For example, several key FIA members have left the organisation, with one of them being Robert Reid, Deputy President for Sport, who left last month, with him saying on social media, "I took on this role to help deliver greater transparency, stronger governance, and more collaborative leadership. Over time, those principles have been increasingly set aside, and I can no longer, in good faith, remain part of a system that no longer reflects them." Now, on top of this, Ben Sulayem has upset drivers with his position on bad language, with F1 drivers having written an open letter asking to be treated like adults. Now, the next General Assembly, and with it the next presidential election, will be held on 12th December this year. And according to motorsport.com, Carlos Sainz's father, Carlos Sainz Sr., is considering running against Ben Sulayem to be the next FIA president. The publication said that sources close to the former World Rally champion said that several key people from within the motorsport world have approached him about running against Ben Sulayem. And it looks like Carlos Sainz Sr. is seriously considering this, with him telling motorsport.com, "The possibility of being president has been in my mind for some time now, not very deeply, but now I think it could be the right time in my career for me to take the step. I'm confident I can do a good job and put together an excellent team to give back to the sport part of what it's given to me. I've accumulated a lot of experience in this sport throughout the years, and I'm certain I can bring new and interesting things to strengthen and develop the sport and the automobile world." And asked whether there could be a conflict of interest given Carlos Sainz Jr. is his son and races in Formula 1, Carlos Sainz Sr. said, "I have my track record, and people know me well enough to understand that this will not be an issue. Obviously, I will have to step down regarding my role with Carlos and his career, but this is not an issue at all. He's not a child anymore. He's been in F1 for a decade now, and we both know that if I go ahead with this project, our relationship will change, of course. The FIA is a very serious entity, and there will be no conflict." Now, on the subject of Carlos Sainz Jr., he's spoken about the overtake he tried to pull off on Lewis Hamilton on the last lap of the Miami Grand Prix. Now, Sainz was all over the back of Hamilton on the last lap, and at the last corner, he went for a late lunge down the inside. And when he did that, the two cars made slight contact, with them sort of becoming wedged together as they went round the corner. But no damage was done, and Hamilton ended up staying in front of Sainz. And the incident was investigated by the stewards, and they announced that there'd be no consequences for either driver, as both had played a role in the contact. Basically, they said that car 55 did not clearly get in a position to have the right to the racing line according to the driving standards guidelines, and at the same time, car 44 turned into the corner earlier than usual and therefore impacted the driver of car 55 in his overtaking attempt. And Sainz feels Hamilton should not have moved as much as he did, with him being quoted by Planet F1 as saying, "I think he obviously was doing the best he could to defend. I had to go in the last corner. He moved as soon as he saw me dive. And that created contact, which I think is quite typical, honestly. But obviously, if you follow exactly the rulebook, he cannot move as much as he did. But on the last lap, that's how it goes." But that's going to be the video from me today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos. And until the next one, take care. Bye.